Let's check sound, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
No, I don't. I stopped using PPTC. Yeah, done. Okay. So, very good morning to all of you. Uh, Myself, Nikhil Sanjay Rekha. So, we will be learning economics. So, rather than me introducing, we will know my. I think you know me, na? So that there is no need of introduction only. I'm so sorry. I saw the batch was different. Uh, this batch has been constituted after too much fighting, too much. Entire modern India has gone here. Press, prayer, petition, moderates, extremists, revolutionaries, and ultimately this batch is a culmination of independence. So I am very elated to be this batch, and you always love to be in a room where people love you, isn't it? Rather than be in a room where XYZ things are there, leave it. But I am very happy to see you all and see your all smiling faces, and yeah, because that is what yesterday we went for some tea and refreshments after we met the students, all our revolutionaries, okay, or Lenin's vanguard of the politics. So they asked me, sir, how did you get the energy? I said that, see, there is a basic law of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be transferred from one form to another. And I told that, I don't eat too much. I eat only once a day. So my source of energy is not food, it's you. So I take energy from you, I give energy back to you so that you also study with full vigor. So that is what I told. So thank you. And I'm very happy to be with you. So a lot of students have come again and we have very less time because we are all focusing. I think your 2025 prelims. Yes. So we have a less time. So I will just tell you. In a week, one day I had to fly to Delhi and come back. In a day. So I will be compensating for that on Sundays. One. And second, what has been communicated is that these classes would be more longer, 3 to 4 hours. Sunday will be a little bit bigger. I will exploit you more. But again, that exploitation is for you. Okay. Because I want to make you prepare for all mains and prelims also. And again, I told you, a lot of people know that because they are sitting my batch second or third time. In economics, I told you that December is the period where you will put your full efforts for mains. Because from Jan, as you are attempting for the first time prelims, you can't take a chance of starting 3 months ago, 2 months ago for your prelims. Full-fledged first attempt, because first attempt is the best attempt, whatever you can give, because you put everything on that. And there are too many chances that first attempt makes you through, because that zeal is more, even though the knowledge is less. And as the knowledge goes on and as the attempts increase, there is sometimes stagnation also, that we don't want. Again, you are very young students, you are very youthful students, and as Vinay sir also used to, I think he tweeted somewhere, that 2 or 3 attempts are most, because we can't spend our lives. If UPSC accepts us in 2 or 3 attempts, fine. If it doesn't accept us, it's a loss of UPSC that it didn't get a good IAS officer like you. So that, but that 2 or 3 attempts has to be full with vigor and full with dedication. This is what I feel. Give your everything out. You should not feel that this was left, that was left, this was left. So December would be a very important period, and it's good, and November and December. So December I want you to use for your own time. Till November 6th, I am here with you. 7th I am taking a flight to US. So I am till 6th here, 24/7 here, only 1 day per week if required I will go, but Sundays I will compensate for a more time. And I will finish entirely. And what I require from you is that, always I tell to the students, stay hungry, stay foolish. You may be knowing a lot of things, but still, the faculties which stand here, they are standing because of something XYZ. And I don't want to boast about each of them, what they have done in your lives, or I don't want to boast about myself. Are you getting this? You come as students, grasp whatever you can get it, and get out. Your task is not evaluate anybody or XYZ or something, or you are too much smart, because always I feel that empty vessels make more noise. Are you getting this? Task is what you have come here, take the knowledge, do rigorously things, exploit each and every faculty. I am telling you, exploit. Make them check the questions, though you have mentors and all, use them fully. That's it. You have paid a lot of amount of money, remember that. And that money you have not earned, it's earned by your parents. So you have to compensate for that money. Work hard, work hell hard, work for 18 hours a day, you will feel that peace. Or else, you will be just a person who existed on the earth in life and who left her or his carbon footprint. And the future generations will abuse you. You finished our coal, you finished our natural gas, this polluted our atmosphere and environment. You don't want to be like that. You have got a chance, the best chance of your life. You all come from different backgrounds. So utilize that chance and bang on. Create history. That's it. You clear UPSC, you will not know. It has a money multiplier effect. We will teach in economics. It has a multiplier effect for your entire generations to generations. So it's intergenerational also, it's intra-generational also. That is how it's important is. So focus on your subjects, focus on your studies, write a hell amount of answers. December till December, November, December, you have 2 months. Write as much answers you can. Because Jan 1, you will start with your fresh prelims. No chances, no, I will 15 days, 16 days more, optionals. Whatever you have to do, you don't sleep for 2 months. I don't know. You have slept so long na, since you came to Bangalore. 2 months are there, finish whatever you want. And see, do your own outcome budgeting or performance budgeting. We will see in the budgeting part. What is left, what can be handled. It's always a good situation where you have passed the prelims, but means you don't know anything. There have been people like Varun Kumar Barnawal, who got All India rank 56 first attempt, who didn't know what optional he's going to take. After passing the prelims, he's thinking, what optional should I take, what optional should I take? And somebody said political science, he took political science. While filling the form also, which somebody said, take Re Baba political science, today is the last day to submit. He took first attempt, All India rank 56. That is always a good situation. But having full knowledge of mains, but not pass the prelims, 1 year more. So till December, whatever you want to do, write a lot amount of answers. Yesterday in my world history class, some students came really, I didn't know, they took so seriously. Each girl brought around 40 answers in Diwali. And these are all the people who are competing with you. Remember that. And your competition is also with the people who are 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th attempt also. Just imagine the work they have done. But what you have is what freshness. What you have is no baggage. What you have is no tension. So use that and captivate yourself. Be like a fat karke rocket. First attempt in. If you become IAS now, you have a chance of becoming chief secretary also. The more attempts you take, the more chances or the more career advancements goes down. You will be IAS, but also there is within inside, there is also hierarchy. Are you getting this? So study well, 2 months are there. And I always tell the students, what is there in Chandra layout here? You bichara get up here and that your room owner will abuse you. You did this, you did that. And run for food. The food is also not edible. Still you eat it. And money constraints are there. Only one coffee. Where you drink coffee, that near that, coffee shop wala, 10 rupee wala coffee. Go and sit in Starbucks. And you don't have to pay for the coffee. Government should pay for your coffee. Are you getting it? Don't stay in this. Stay in 5-star hotels. The Leela. Government pays for you. This is a life which is waiting for you. But that requires a passionate hard work. And that is what is bestowed to you for public service. And that public service requires grasping of all these things. I don't know whether you like economics or not, but majority people don't like economics. Okay, you don't have to marry economics. Are you getting this? It's just a very professional thing, a thing you don't like, you do it professionally and get done with it. If you are very interested, you can ask for posting in finance ministry, where you will engage with economics. Or you can ask for a posting in RBI if you are senior enough. That works inside. But here, whether you like it or don't like, success is what? Doing those things which you don't like, and that too repeatedly. And economics, we require it, because if you go to prelims, at least 17 to 18 questions are reflected in prelims from economics. So important. 17 to 18 means what? 34 marks. And 34 marks, students, you know that if you see every day the cutoff is coming down, it's coming around 80, 88. It's just less than half. So half of your cutoff is what we say solved by economics, and anyhow you are going to solve something from polity, something from history, something from current affairs, and XYZ things are there. Some mapping questions you will get it. So economics is going to solve you a lot of problems. And again, whether you like it or don't like, GS3 paper is there, which is already standing, which has a substantial chunk of economics. So you have to do that, whether you like it or don't like it. So better what? Do it very peacefully. Once you make peace with the subject will also help you. Why you create enmity and revenge with the subject? I don't like it. Do it cheerfully. Just feel that maybe after getting into IS, you are waiting for becoming the RBI governor. But for that, you require basics of economics. One. Second, the type of questions which are asked in UPSC, if you go and see the last year papers, I always say that, see the last year papers, this year papers also. So they are not coming from specific books. So UPSC has changed a pattern where they are asking more about basic concepts. So they have asked this time about financial intermediaries. There are a lot of financial intermediaries. We will see bonds, we will see treasury bills, these, that, all these are there. But what they are asking is what? Tell us what is financial intermediary. And they have given 4 options. If you don't know the concept of financial intermediary, you can't attempt the question. Getting this? So understand the nature of the questions of the exam, where they are going to go, or they are putting you in what? Basics. So you require a firm hold on basics. One. Second, if you see one more question of this year prelims, they have asked directly from current affairs. US bills or US debt. And there was a lot big articles running because American elections were going to happen and America lost. So if you see the analysis of elections, every day it's coming. So they're telling that it was a black woman. No, it was not a black woman. It was a secondary topic. The major topic was inflation. Trump won the election because of inflation. Even if you see, all Democrat states voted for Kamala Harris. All Republican states voted for Trump. And the shift occurred in swing states. Swing means what? They could go either here, there. And in the swing states, last year when I was in states, I asked people, because next year there was election and our Kamala Harris was going to stand. They said that, Nikhil, there is too much inflation. I had to work for 2 times, 2 jobs I had to do. This is a university professor telling me. So much inflation. And Kamala Harris lost because she comes from Democratic Party and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden was unable to control the inflation. And whatever happened, it happened in swing states. Even traditional Democrats voters in the swing states voted for Kamala Harris. So inflation was reflected in this year prelims paper. And this was coming in The Hindu, a series of articles. How America is issuing money, why inflation is happening, this happening, that happening. So you need to have a staunch hold over newspapers also. And I tell that always, whether you understood economics or not will be gauged or could be understood whether you are understanding newspaper or not. So daily newspaper, 1 page comes, that's it. And that too also, not every time, every news of that page is important, because a lot of times it's more about private sector and this, which we are not concerned about. But we are concerned about the key terms. So sometimes inflation comes, sometimes RBI comes, sometimes some news comes. Are you getting this? Last year I told and in fact also in mains also, directly this year they asked a question on inflation and food inflation. And last year there was food inflation in all India. And there was series of articles in Indian Express also, The Hindu also, and Karnataka's the New Indian Express also. If you read the newspaper properly, you would have got it. Clear? So, newspaper reading will be required from your side. Initially, you will not get it. It's fine. It's gradual, slowly. And after 1 or 2 weeks, as you get inside the concepts, we will start newspaper reading in the class also. So, I will come for 5 minutes. I will discuss the news, at least economics wala part, whether we are able to understand or not, whether what we are learning in the class is reflected in the newspapers or not. If it's reflected, then we are going on the right track. If it's not reflected, then something amiss is going, or some concepts are being there left, which will cover. Are you getting this? So you have to keep a tab on newspapers. One. From your side, I require you take any one book. I preferably say that go for Vivek Singh, because Vivek Singh is a short book, no nonsense book, and it has only the material which is required. No fancy more pages and all. But if you are following some other book, still it's fine. Depends upon you. So I always tell that, see, GDP will be GDPR. Nobody can change it. Okay, or Nitin Singhania will give something different, or Vivek Singh will give something different, or Government of India uses something different. No, GDP is GDP. So whatever book you are comfortable with, there is Nitin Singhania also, there is some Sanjeev Verma also, there is Ramesh Singh also, there is Vivek Singh also. And I will tell you, not a single book is complete. Economics can't be complete, because every day there is new economic phenomena coming up, which you have to track via newspapers. So somewhere lacunas we will find it. But what I say that when you choose a book, any book in your UPSC journey, read at least 2 or 3 chapters of every book. If you feel very good with the language, then go for it. If you don't feel, then don't go for it. And don't keep on changing a number of books. So some faculty will come and tell this book, and ultimately what happens, you don't have a single source. Always in UPSC, it's not about knowledge, it's more about grit. The more number of revisions you do with one book, it's more. Because every book is incomplete, plus compound with newspapers. And more questions. What I want from you is what? Solve more questions. Don't change more books. More questions. That is what I require from you. So technically our aim in economics should be 2000 questions solved, prelims. At least 100 questions written for mains. Already you have PYQs of around 100 questions of economics. Even if you write that, each question covers every topic. So your revision and topics happen. So some students have already started writing. I know a girl who is going to attempt with you, but she just came or joined the classes earlier. She had wrote all 100 questions. She has finished with GS3 and she is going to compete with you in 2025. So I'm not trying to make you fear, but I'm trying to tell you where you stand with your, competition. And you're going to compete with that. It's not a harm that you started now, economics is happening now, not an issue. But now what you do after knowing it, that is what will determine. So any one book which you like. I am going to follow Vivek Singh because it's a no-nonsense book and it covers a lot of topics. And again I tell you, Vivek Singh is also not complete. So for example, in capital markets, Vivek Singh has not given too much. But I will be doing that in the class. Plug the loopholes of Vivek Singh. And again, as now the new budget is out and survey is out, we will focus on budget and survey also. You're getting this? I will teach you budget properly and survey. And budget and survey will be by heart only. Because I want budget and survey you to use in all your answers. Authentic source of information. This year survey figures, this year budget figures, even if you use for next year, works. Some mugging we will do, but that is fine. But official government. And again some reports and all those things. Now as the students have written means this year. So these all classes came up with a compendium of figures. Now this report came, that report came. You could just, Shankar is there, I think Shunya is there. They have the reports wala a booklet of 10-15 pages. You can just sit and mug up. And in every answer, when we do answer writing, you can just throw the figures. Why students are not getting marks in economics is because of this. They are writing in a very general manner. Though it's a general studies, but it should feel like you're writing economics answer. Land reforms this year they asked in economics, but land reforms is also in post-independence India. Land reforms is also in GS2 because your first constitutional amendment happened because of the land reforms. And they asked this year land reforms in GS3. So you need to write the same issue in a language of GS3. And every subject has its own language. You need to develop that. And how you will develop? The best simple thing is that open your NCERTs. Behind they have given a term, glossary. Glossary is what? The keywords which you are required to use in your answers. So then you will come to, oh, this is there. Oh, repo rate. Oh, monetary policy. This has to be used. Yes, this has to be used in your answer so that your answer feels that you are written for GS3, not for GS1 or not for GS2. That's why the students have lost that grip. Okay, and if there is good editorial on economics, scan it and keep it. A good comprehensive, scan it and keep it. These editorials will tell you how to write your economics answer. And people say good scoring option is SN ethics, but now seeing for 5 years, my analysis is that GS3 is a scoring subject because entire India doesn't know what to do in GS3. Everybody is scoring 60, 65, 60, 65, 70 max. It has come down. So you have a chance. Best thing is what? If nobody knows what you are doing is best. I told you, there are 2 types of sources. I always tell students. One source is what everybody knows. So you also know, but try to replicate that source 100% like Lakshmikant. And other is what? A source which nobody knows. Only you only know. So GS3 is not being able to attempt by the people because now the world has become very fast. People want fatafat solutions. Buy it, put it. And remember that whatever access to material you have, entire India has. So same answer, so they don't give marks only. So somewhere they have lost originality, which is what UPSC, if you read the notification, they say that originality of the thought of the candidate. They want it. So they require your originality. And that originality, you don't have to do something research. Stick to newspapers very dedicatedly. That's it. One book, concepts, class, and applied part. That's it. Leave it. Baki, don't do anything. One question paper of PYQs, try to solve it. Let's say, for example, if you finish GDP, solve whatever questions you get on GDP. Come to me, I will check it. Go to your mentor, they will check it. Wherever you are comfortable, do it. But do it. It's called zero pendency. So you just finish the work. When you say that, sir, I finished my GS3 means what? Sir, 5,000 questions solved. Finished. Where is the documentary evidence? Are you getting this? Documentary evidence means what? You have solved it. Finished. Sir, I finished my economics. How? Sir, 200 questions, 100 PYQs, 100 test series. Written. I have my own notes. This I am going to revise. This I have worked very hard. This I have worked on introductions. This I have worked on conclusions. This is there. Now I am focusing on GS2. Same entire thing. Because ultimately it's repetition, na? All topics. GDP questions, what they will ask. Exhausted of the topics. And you don't know when they are going to change the syllabus also. So make use of this time. Because UPSC has exhausted with the areas. So more you solve it, the more you will get it. And economics, you can earn the marks. Why hard work only? No shortcuts. Only hard work if you do, you will get it. Same with the prelims. Prelims, those who are good also, they make silly mistakes. So solve more questions. So I told you, minimum 2000. Minimum 2000. Maximum, it's your limit. Wherever you get, prelims, these questions of economics, however basic it is, get and solve. There are some apps also on your Play Store also. I should download that. I bited all my articles of GS2 of that apps. They used to ask that factual questions. Na? 102 article is what? 112 is what? So once you make a mistake, then you come to know that I made a mistake in that question. So now I have photographic memory. 102 is this. 105 is this. 112 is annual financial statement. 280 is this. 324 is this. 356 is this. 365 is this. Like that. So whatever source you get, solve it. Any one book, I will be following what? Vivek Singh. Whatever lacunas, I will plug it out here. 2. Third, more focus after 1 week, or let's say after 3-4 days, we'll start writing answers again. Because I believe in documentary evidence. Are getting it? You may say a lot of things, but the problem is that you can't say that in front of UPSC. You have to finish that in 7.5 minutes. That is very straightforward. If you can't finish it, UPSC says that go home next year. The way of communication is what? Writing. It's a passport for UPSC too. Okay. And NCRTs, I don't know. Last time I marked for some classes. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow too. No, didn't mark. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So tomorrow bring your NCRTs 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I will mark you in the class. Because one economics NCERT, which is macroeconomics, is very disastrous, danger. Okay, it has a lot of mathematics which is not required for us. So you have to mark some very relevant sections, not everything. And again, problem is that NCERT is not for UPSC, so it's not updated. Remember that. NCERT is for 11th standard students, and you are using after graduation for your UPSC. So their updates are not there. Updates are via newspapers and current affairs, which you have to do. So NCERT is not. It's our bad luck. It's not a good source for us. Baki all NCERTs are fantastic. Are you getting this? It's black coffee. Okay. Got it? It's a black coffee. Nothing else. If you want, I can give you for tasting also. What he is drinking. Clear? So tomorrow bring your NCERTs 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I will give you in marking. Clear? So NCERT issue is solved. Source issue is solved. Any source which you love. Let's say you feel that my life is very black and white. Buy some colorful source of economics. Nitin Singhani is very colorful, na? So buy that. If you feel that no, I have too much colors in my life, I want to settle on one color, Vivek Singh is there, only blue color. Okay. You feel that my life is very, very colorful. I want to go back to black and white. Come to Ramesh Singh. Ramesh Singh has done color now. Little color. It was black and white in our times. Sometimes you see some movies, they go for black and white again. That Kota factory, they shot entirely in black and white because to create that nostalgia. So depends upon you. But I am going to follow Vivek Singh because what I feel advantage of Vivek Singh is that you read Vivek Singh and again this man does what? Before prelims he comes with 500 questions. That also are there. So you don't feel that oh you have lost something. Or sometimes if you want to refer, you can refer to his book also. That is there. Only one book which you want, do for that. That's it. Clear? Anything more? So source settled. Okay, questions we are going to write in the class. Then papers I require. I want you to read the newspapers, whether you get it or don't get it, but read it. That is called consistency. Are you getting this? Anything more? India book. Very good. So I had told the other class that buy India yearbook. There is a book known as, here in Bangalore there is no culture of reading India yearbook, but people from Delhi and all over India, good people, are those who are toppers. The toppers don't tell these things. Okay. There is a book known as it's by Publication Division, Government of India. So it's a black and white book you can see on Amazon or anywhere, or you can get it out also. It's by Government of India. There are a lot of India books. So we'll also try to utilize that in the class. So it's our off budgetary activity. It's not included in economics, but I want you to make it. So what we can do is that once you have a hold of this copy, you can book. So we can decide a plan on how to utilize or how to manipulate India book for your answers. So we'll tell you students tomorrow, take 5 days, read entire chapter on environment. Take 3 days, read entire chapter on commerce and industry. Take 4 days, read entire chapter on youth. Are you getting this? This is what we will do. Clear? And it is an official government source, so its figures are very important. And that is a source of government also. So next year also it will come new, but technically if the government is the same, the book is also same, just to change the figures or some current affairs, that's it. So reading India book now is no harm because Modi ji is going to technically continue for more 4 years. So there is no harm, only benefit here. A lot of question, employed schemes and all they ask from India book only. Okay. So India book will not have all the schemes, but it will have all the major schemes which government focuses. And technically even our Prime Minister will not remember whatever schemes he launched from 2014. So many schemes he launched, isn't it? But India book will tell you where the government is focusing. So our trio would be students, economic survey, budget and India book plus newspapers. That's it. So our sources will be budget, survey, India book, newspapers and one core book. One core book. In a lot of core books, so for example, GDP they have confused unnecessarily. So I do very easily GDP. So depends upon you which method you want to follow. Clear? But that is more for economics. Any one book, don't go for fancy books. Plus some selective NCRTs. Once you are jailed with students economics, now from next week I can ask you. See what happened is that what I experienced from you all guys is that you directly join the classes. Again, we don't have a culture of UPC at homes because we are not coming from CBSE boards. And when you come here, you come to know that NCRTs are must read. And NCRTs are what 6th and 7th standard, which you should have read that time. But now you have to read that. Again, the pressure of classes is there. Again, the pressure of test is there. So XYZ things are coming multiply. And also your classes are three classes per day. So you are not able to cope up, sir. When should I read NCRT? When should I read this core book? So what we will do is simplify. Yesterday night I was thinking, tomorrow bring your NCRTs. Let's mark it out. And every day, we will divide our class. Last ka half an hour we will keep for NCRTs. So we'll tell you students read 3 chapters of NCRTs. And fatafat in the half hour we'll just scan the chapters. So you read it, you grasp it in the class. Again we revised it. So with our class we will finish our NCRTs also. With our class we will finish our basics also and NCRTs also. So you don't have to think, sir, when should I study NCRT? Don't study now. We are studying in the class itself. So now we have got the luxury. They are giving us more time also. And other people, so those who have moderates, extremists, revolutionaries. So it's my bit of service to you. Okay, which I just thought at night. I felt that this is the problem which students are feeling. When should we read NCRTs? When should not? Let's do in the class itself. Na? Last 15-20 minutes we can spare it. Every day you have a task of reading economics. So this entire 6th or 5th December, let's manipulate entire economics. Let's throw it out of the life. You don't throw it, I can throw. You have to solve the questions. And whenever I am in Bangalore, wherever I am comes, you just come. Any doubts, you can just bring it and we can just solve it. Okay? I am in Bangalore only, but I just keep going on and coming back. Going out, coming back. Clear? So I will be there definitely in 1 month. Clear? Done? So sources are solved. Okay. Questions I am expecting, MCQs, our target should be around 2000. Source can be anything. Past year papers plus test series plus topical questions, whatever you want. Source is immaterial. And I don't need to tell you sources because now there are too many sources. Any test series you take, it is there. Insights you take, it is there. Daily MCQs are there. There are a lot of portals which are running MCQs on a day-to-day basis. It is there. But 2000 is minimum. And for PYQs plus mains wala, I am expecting around 200 written questions. See, keep solve target bigger. At least you will land around 150, it's fine. Keep targets audacious. They should move you. You should feel threatened. With fear, you feel pushed. Fear is a good thing. Or else you will start taking things for granted. There should be a fear of failure also. If that means what? You are not letting the things go in a very easy manner. You are fearful, you want it. Clear? So sources done. What I am expecting from you, if you want to solve the economics, is this. Clear? And there is a huge chance because students are unable to attempt the questions of mains also and prelims also. So many concepts are. Clear? Anything you want to ask? And we just added our selective NCRTs. So we'll start from 9th standard. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Finished. NCRT is finished. I think they will finish in between 10-15 days only. Clear? So in between, if you want, if you read that 4-5 chapters, 2-3 chapters which I tell, you can make your notes also. So you have your notes of NCRTs. And don't spend too much time. And I will dictate the notes in the class also. Okay, I will not, slides I don't want to give because I used to first teach with slides. But then I realized that slides are good for academics. But for students who are coming from normal backgrounds, they don't understand slides. Harvard, Oxford, Stanford, they use slides only. But we want to go for UPSC, and as we come from a different background, slides doesn't work in Bangalore. So I stopped using slides. So I teach on board. The traditional method always works every time. That's why I will use board, and whatever dictation is required, I will dictate you. Fine. If you want slides, still I will give you slides. I also have that also. Clear? But I don't want to juggle you with lot of sources also. See, nobody teaches from original material. Remember that. They will take from this book, that book, that book, that book. So better you are reading book only, na? Why you are multiplying and mixing everything? Whatever extra is there, and if the source is from outside, I will bring and give it to you in the class. Anyhow, you are writing. Book you are following. NCERTs you are done. Then what is required? Newspaper you are reading every day. Why should you multiply your sources? And also is not that, na? You are applying for Indian Economic Services. You have other subjects to study also. If you put your all capital here, the output is less, which I will teach you, capital to output ratio. So capital should be less, investment should be less, but outcome should be more. Minimum material, maximum results, like that. Clear? Yeah. Anything more? And India book I told you. Do go and order it. If you get physical copy, it's fine. If you don't get it, then order from Amazon or wherever you want, Flipkart, whatever accounts you have. But it has a Modi ji photo in black and white, 2024, published by Publication Division. There are too many India books which are not government of India. There is Manorama India book. We don't want that. We want authentic government source. Clear? Yes? Okay. Yeah. You want to say something? Say. Class is democratic. You can say. Want to ask something? Ask. Think and ask. Think for 2 minutes and then ask. Yeah. Yes, I think you are studying in Insights na, for a long time now. No. Achha. Very good. So I will take care of that. I will teach from very basics. Okay, that's why I took NCERTs. Completely new batch. So who are new here? Oh, bapare. Achha, my introduction. Achha, I assumed. So, okay. After this, so it's a reverse process which is happening. So myself, Nikhil Sanjay Rekha. What I do? I am basically an engineer. Was an engineer. I did my law. I did my Masters of Law from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. I was a gold medalist there and best candidate fieldwork. So I liaised with government of Maharashtra. They are following my JFM guidelines. I did a Masters in History, Political Science, Women and Gender Studies, Economics, Sociology. I just finished here in Bangalore, and I am doing one more Masters, which I will not tell now. And in 4 subjects, I have NET and JRF. And 2016, I gave interview. 2017, I got into extended list. Then 2019, I came out. I finished my law. When I was studying like you, from 2016 was my first attempt. 2017, I got. But then 2019, I came out and I joined TISS. Then after that, 2020, I joined IIT Delhi. So I'm finishing my doctorate from IIT Delhi. Now, currently, I'm a senior research fellow for Government of India. Then in between, I was selected as a DIC fellow by Ministry of Social Justice, Government of India. Then I have a teaching experience of around 7 to 8 years. I started in 2017 itself when I cleared that. From Mumbai only I started. I had taught in Srinagar, I have taught in Arunachal, I had taught in Guwahati, I had taught in Manipur, Imphal, Nagaland I have taught. I taught in Kerala, I had taught in Hyderabad, I had taught in Mumbai, Jaipur. So technically I have covered the length and breadth of the country. Along with that, currently I am in the syllabus committee of Government of Maharashtra, which designs engineering education. So new education policy has come. So I designed the syllabus of Constitution of India there. So which is now engineering students are studying. And it's a very beautiful thing that 1.5 months ago, I took a workshop for engineering teachers because we are now introducing in Maharashtra. So the teachers who taught me, I taught them at Bhopal. So, so I never did anything from engineering because I was a reluctant engineer. I left my engineering for 2 years in between. So I was a topper in engineering, but I love life and all those things. Third year, I didn't have heart in engineering. I left it. And 2 years, I did theater. So theater I did. I left my engineering and I was doing theater in Mumbai, Delhi. I performed at NSD, National School of Drama. Pan India I performed. I went to Dubai. I performed there also in theater. Then some things happened. I left that and again came back. But again came back. I had to join engineering because of some compulsions. So when we sit and talk, I will tell you what those compulsions were. Not too drastic, but I felt that I had to join the engineering back. So I joined the engineering back and then civil services came. So I did engineering for civil services, remember that. Because earlier I was doing with a needless goal. Because you get good marks, either you become a doctor or you become an engineer. Doctor, though I was not interested, but engineer I was interested. And also engineering, I did electrical engineering. Because 11th and 12th standard I had computer science. And 2 years I realized that computer is only for watching movies, playing games. You can't do coding and all. So I deliberately took, after good marks, I took electrical engineering. And theater, I have huge experience in theater. I used to perform street plays. I was basically social activist also. I used theater for change and all. And now in syllabus committee, if you Google my name, I write articles for Outlook. I write articles for Scroll. I write articles for Live Law, Bar and Bench. And what? That is also there. Okay. So I am a visiting faculty at SIU Carbondale, USA in Illinois. So I have to go every year. So this time I am flying in December. So I teach there in USA, in Chicago. And I am a visiting faculty at London School of Economics, SOAS, which is in London, and also King's College. So, and Queen's Mary College also. So January I will be going back to London. December I am in America. February I am going back to Howard. So I teach a small course in Howard also. So February I will be in US back. So along with that, a lot of institutions I keep on visiting. I already told you I am associated with National Teacher Training Program, which teaches you NEP, New Education Policy. And recently I was called by IIT Delhi as an expert. 3 days ago I gave a lecture at IIT Delhi. I am a student there, but along with my professors they called me and I discussed the Nobel Prize winning author Han Kang, her book Nobel Prize in Literature. And last week I was in Hyderabad. They had called me to certain institutions, so I gave at CDPP, which is run by ex-IS officer, and he is now the member of National Statistical Commission, Amirullah Khan sir. So there I gave a lecture on Constitution and minorities. Then I was called by Hyderabad Central University, HCU. There I gave a talk on land reforms. And then I was called by Hyderabad Institute of Excellence. And 2-3 institutions more called, but I didn't have time. I had only 2 days with me. So I go to TIS Mumbai also to teach some courses. In Siddharth Law College, which was founded by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. I am the member of editorial board of Siddharth Law College. So whatever get published in the international fora comes through my eyes. Then I'm a visiting faculty at Department of Political Science, University of Mumbai. And I also forget. One more thing. So, thanks. And if you just Google again, I'm currently writing a fortnightly column on books. If you know the newspaper, you know Sharad Pawar? So Sharad Pawar newspaper is known as Sakala. So for Sakala, I'm writing a column on books in Marathi also. So I recently finished my series on Kannada literature. So I wrote about Kuvempu, Purnachandra Tejasvi, Masti Venkatesh Iyengar, your S.L. Bhairappa, and Gauri Lankesh also. And all these authors of Kannada, I wrote in Marathi so that the Marathi audience also comes to know that this Kannada literature is available. And I have my own startup. It's called CLI, which works for cyber intelligence. So currently we are licensing with the Pune Metro project. Then there is a Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. We are providing services there. And also DY Patil college, if you know that engineering college is there. So we are also licensing with them. And currently I'm talks with your program called Namma Bangalore. That taxi app is there. So we are also going to provide them cyber intelligence. So this is something which I remember, and what I do. Technically, and again, 20th I am giving a talk at University of Texas. They had called me where I am going now again, but it's an online talk. And December I will be in Texas. So it will be in Texas, California, San Francisco, and Portland. University of Portland also has called me, and probably I will fly to Howard to meet my friend. Again, he has kept a lecture there. But February I am returning back there for some work. So this is my profile. I just keep myself updating, because whenever I go to US or London, I feel that we are so short of knowledge. If they can do it, why we can't? And also, as I can't afford to stay outside for a long amount of time, 2 years, 3 years, which you require so I keep going outside so that whatever I can get, I can interact with them and so on. And my one book is coming, it's being published from Hyderabad. I have translated one Marathi author. He's going to be introduced in English. So that is one of the tasks which is going on. And I am also working for a candidate. Maharashtra elections are there. I have designed his social media strategy. He's fighting elections this time. That is, and whatever comes I will tell. I remember only this only, at least till now. That is what I do currently. Okay, yeah. Again, why you asked me why I tried to take her help also. Why? Because I don't come from a very good background also. Okay, my father was also a class 4 worker. Have you seen that the people who go and put the tracks? That track is there. Yeah. So my father was that, and my mother was married in 10th standard. So she has given her exam and she got married that time. So we didn't have our home also. So I got studied in Marathi medium also. So I don't have any background of English, because a lot of students here come from Kannada medium. That's why I told this. Okay. And now when I go and speak outside, it's again, it feels good. But again, I tell you that, see, always I feel that keep an example. So if I can do it, I don't want to become so saintly. So I sit with the students, I be with the student to tell them that if I can do it, and again, it's very minuscule. People are achieved so much. When you go abroad, you feel that you are just a drop in the ocean. You definitely can do it like that. That is what I feel. So, and again, I tell only one thing, which I think you also got a little bit hint. Everything ultimately comes down to hard work. That's it. If you are a hard worker, nothing is impossible. Wherever you come from, either you come from Kannada medium, you can master anything. Anything. That's it. You're getting this? Work hard, be patient. So passion, patience, and perseverance. 3 things keep with you. Passion, patience, perseverance. And be hustler. Don't be in stable equilibrium. Stability doesn't bring anything in life. Be hustler, and the world will never give you the way. You have to create chaos. The world has to recognize you. You're getting this? I started with London. I started with America. Then they called me to London. That. Then the things started happening. So you have to prove your worth to ask for your price. Are you getting this? And again, if you are hardworking enough, if you have integrity, if you are honest enough, truth, things will be settled. Because these all values are lost in the world. Because there are all others which are just noise making vessels. They don't have any substance. You're getting this? Just 3-4 things will take you through. And we have a fantastic example of Vinay sir, who comes from nothing, who created this institution, and he's trying to take a plunge in the politics also. And fighting again, and not lost his hope. That is the biggest example. And if he tomorrow becomes MP or something, IS and IPS officers will be roaming around him to cater to him. Getting this? So there is nothing called permanent defeat or permanent victory. Life is always transient. So keep moving, just keep moving. Keep your boat moving. Don't get bogged down by anything. So now you have got, again, coming back to our UPC, this opportunity of 2-3 years, give it all. That's it. Give it all. You should not have any regrets on your deathbed. That is what I always say. You should die. peacefully. I did everything, but maybe UPC didn't deserve me. Maybe you are destined to become the Prime Minister of country. You know? So Prime Minister of the country can't hold, na? It will be Office of Profit. You can't be IS also, Prime Minister also. So maybe you are destined for becoming Prime Minister or Finance Minister or RBI Governor. Who says? That's why it didn't happen. Same with Ramchandra Guha. You know Ramchandra Guha is from Bangalore. Ramchandra Guha is a historian. Ramchandra Guha couldn't clear UPC, you know. And there was an article by Arvind Subramaniam, ex-chief economic advisor. He wrote, thanks Ram, you didn't clear UPC. Thanks Ram, you didn't clear UPC, or else we wouldn't have got the historian Ramchandra Guha. Or we wouldn't have got a book known as India After Gandhi, India Before Gandhi, and what marvelous books he has written. And he was also a bowler. Because of some injury, he couldn't go into cricket team. He was a very good bowler. So a dream got shattered, he couldn't enter cricket. Dream got shattered, he couldn't enter UPC, and he was destined to become the great Ramchandra Guha. You're getting this? So just remember that. Okay. If destiny wants to make you more powerful, it will give you setbacks. Because destiny has. Yesterday I was telling these people, MS Dhoni. So he got a chance to settle in life. Ticket collector. Did he settle? Destiny tests you. Whether you are going to settle or not. Take it. 50,000 salary, are you going to settle? Oh, world is saying get settled, marry, settle. So MS Dhoni would have been a senior ticket collector now. You're getting this? But he embraced uncertainty. Because destiny wanted him to make the great MS or the beloved MS of the people. But people say to Ravindra Jadeja, bro, you get out. Out na yaar, out. He's playing good. Get now out. We don't know whether we are going to see MS Dhoni next year or not. Let just Dhoni come with the bat, stand here, run here, there, get out, satisfied. We saw Dhoni. Getting this? Because destiny wanted to make him that. So it gave him a lot of pains, trouble, anxieties. And he debuted at the age of 26, you know. People are half their career. But he believed in himself. And again, if you see MS Dhoni as a selector, he's a not traditional player. He doesn't play like Virat. So technically you will say that he's Matka player, isn't it? In our words. Still he got. He's not a traditional keeper also. Still he got. Because destiny had that plan. And now he's the most successful captain of Indian team in the history of cricket of India. Because it wanted to make him that. Clear? But one thing, keep working. Like a horse which he put it, keep working. Clear? There is something called pleasure and happiness. Embrace happiness. Pleasure is momentary. Happiness. And always I tell that before I conclude this. Whenever you feel like quitting, bring the face of your parents before quitting. If you feel that you are doing justice to them, then quit. If you feel that you are not doing justice, continue. Because you have shown the dreams to your papa and mother. When you came here, you have come from outside now. All. You told them I will become IAS. They must have told 10 persons. My son or daughter has gone to become IAS. Okay, don't let them down. Unless and until external circumstances happen. Where you feel that UPC doesn't deserve you. It's okay then, fine. But always leave UPC from the position of strength. If you are living, I am bigger than UPC. I will come. So revenge, French they say, revenge. REVENCH. I will come back and become the chairperson of UPC. You didn't take me, I will come from here. Sit in UPSC and become the chairperson. I will recruit the people. That's how it's called revenge. Poetic justice. But in a position of strength. Chalo. Now, your break it is at 12 o'clock, na? Okay. So now students, let's begin our official economics. So as the batch is also very new, I will go very slow. Sometimes some people feel the why sir is going so slow. But what I felt is that if initial classes we don't go slow, it will create fear of economics. And economics is not to be feared. Okay. So whenever we talk about economics, what comes in your mind? Tell me. Economics is what about transactions? It's more about money now. Are you getting this? But in simple terms of layman, economics is nothing but what? Three things, or basically four things some people will say. What to produce, how to produce, when to produce, and how much to produce. What to produce, how to produce, when to produce, and how much to produce. That's it. And whatever happens between these four elements, it's nothing but economics. What to produce will determine your factors of production. How to produce will also be impacted by factors of production. When to produce will be dependent upon demand of the market. So if people are wanting crackers in Diwali, so it makes sense to produce crackers. Because if you produce it, then it will be sold. In the off season, if you manufacture crackers, nobody is going to buy. And how much? People are 5 and you are manufacturing crackers for 100 people. So the stock is going to go waste. And we don't want any waste. Economics is more about what? Pragmatism. Economics is more about profits. Clear? So whenever we ask economics, it's what? What to produce. Second, how to produce. When to produce. Now, these four things are nothing but economics. Clear? And students, technically, there are two major systems which determine these things. So, first system is known as we will not go into differentiate of ideologies, but there is a system which is known as capitalist production or capitalist mode of production or capitalism, and there is second system known as socialism or communism or socialist mode of production or communist mode of production. So when you go into political science or when we do world history, then we'll see what is the difference between socialism, communism and so on. Clear? So these two systems have different takes on these four items. Are you getting this? So let's first go to capitalist mode of production. How they look at what, how, when and how much. Shall I go ahead? You understood this? That is nothing but this is what economics. We are now going to go. First, I will give you one very easy example. You will understand what is capitalist mode of production. Students, these are two divisions in the class. This division wants me to produce Range Rovers, cars, you know, a very luxurious car, which could be afforded by only certain sections of the society. And this section wants me to produce what? Wheat, basic wheat. And I am the producer. I am the producer. I have to take a decision. Now, first thing, if I am a capitalist producer or if I believe in the idea of capitalist mode of production, so what I will do? So I will take what to produce, how to produce, what to produce, I know that, whether Range Rover or wheat. When to produce, now, how much to produce and for whom to produce, at what time to produce. I will just think about this. And then I will calculate, if I produce Range Rover for these people, I am going to get a profit of 100 CR. And then I calculate these same four items. If I produce wheat, I am going to get a profit of 20 CR. But if I am a capitalist person, I will not see whether these people are poor, these people need my hand holding, these people will starve, if I don't produce wheat, they will die, it will be famine, this, that. I am only motivated by what? Profits. So profits, I am motivated. So as a capitalist mode of producer or a person who believes in capitalist mode of production, I am interested in first, profits. Second, I will make you understand extraction of surplus. How much I can extract. So minimum investment, maximum profit. 2. So the moral of the story, if I belong to this category, what I will do is that I will produce Range Rover. You die. You die. What should I do? Did your parents give you birth? So that I would settle? No. So this is ruthless ideology, which is nothing but capitalism, which goes into demand and supply. But the problem is that the demand and supply are motivated by what? Profits, extraction of surplus. Are you getting this? So this is what? Capitalist mode of production. But let's say I decide 100 CR is there, but these are all elite and rich people. These are all poor people. My profit is 20 CR. Let's say my profit is 5 CR. Still fine, because these are low class. These are lowest of the class. And my motivation is not profits. My motivation is what? Welfare of the people. My motivation is what? Social justice. And when I prefer to produce wheat with less profits or with no profits, just for the welfare of these people, just for the principles of social justice, I will be called what? Socialist or communist mode of producer. So here, first, I am not interested in profits. Second, I am not interested in surplus. I am interested in what? Welfare of the people. Are you getting this? So capitalist mode of production, profits, surplus. And again, just third thing I will tell you, the means of production are owned by private people in capitalist. In socialist system, the means of production are owned by state. We'll see that one. But did you get the system in a very broad manner? That's it. These are the two systems. But ultimately, with the clash of these two systems, a third system again came in 20th century. We'll talk about that also. So let's first put down this. In capitalist mode of production, first, students, is what? Motivated by one. Second, students, I talked something called extraction of surplus. Let's try to understand this. Extraction of surplus. Okay. What is that? Okay. Now, students, let's say I am producing some goods and services. Okay. And the goods and services cost is 10 rupees. Okay. Plus I am selling it at 10 rupees. In that 10 rupees, students, there is 8 plus 2. 2 rupees is my profit. And 8 rupees is nothing but different cost is there, na? Raw materials is there, wages is there. Just imagine raw material cost around 5 rupees and wages cost around 3 rupees. See, I am selling a good. The cost of that good in the market is 10 rupees. Agree? Okay. But at 10 rupees, if you break down, 8 rupees is the original cost. 8 rupees consists of raw materials and 3 rupees is what? Wages, the people who have worked for this good, and 2 rupees is my profit as a capitalist. Okay, 2 rupees is my profit. But now, students, when I say extraction of surplus means what? Raw material to are required here and its cost rupees 5. So I can't do anything. So where do I have a chance of extracting more profits? So what I do is that I say that I can't pay you 3 rupees. I will pay you what? 2 rupees. And if there is too much labor in the market, I have to reduce my cost. Because if I leave the job, no, I want 3 rupees, you to pay. He said, leave. Come. Because there are a lot of people who are ready to take your jobs. So reluctantly, I will go for 2 rupees. And that 1 rupee is added to the profit. It's inhuman, but capitalists want that. So if you go to the private sector majorly, they will try to negotiate your salaries with you a lot. Why? Max. Same work you are going to do, but let us pay her or him less, na? So they will give different reasons. No, you are fresher. No, you are this. No, you are that. But the basic idea or ideology that lies behind is what? profits, or we can say surplus is extracted, how much I can earn more. Raw materials 5 rupees, I can't do anything because it's beyond me. But this I can do because there are too much laborers in the market. If one goes, other will come. One goes, other will come. One goes, other will come. Are you getting this? And that is what happened. If you go to the world history, or when we will do world history, industrial revolution. All people came from rural area to the cities, and cities were flooded with workers. And they also require workers. But the demand for workers was 10 workers. But 100 rupees are 100 workers are standing in line. Will you work for 1 rupee? No. Out. 1. Out. 1. 50 paisa. Please take me. So that person said what bar? That somebody is ready to work for 50 paisa also. Come. 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 If this person says that no, I can't work, get out. Some other person will come. Because there is always a replacement. And here the private people are interested by what? Surplus. Extract more. That is what is known what? Labor extraction, or labor surplus, or labor exploitation. Are you getting this? And again, this capitalist system, a theory was put forth by a person known as Karl Marx. Are you getting this? So, capitalist mode of production, first, motivated by profits. Second, extraction of surplus. And third, the factors of production, or in some books you will see the means of production. Are privately owned. If there is some more addition, you add it. We'll go there. 1776. He didn't propose, he was theoretical. So, capitalist mode of production, first, motivated by profits. Second, extraction of third plus. And third is what? Factors of production are owned by private people. Let's try to understand this. Shall I go ahead? See, I have a habit of fatafat going fast, okay? So stop me if I am going ahead. Tell me, sir, we are writing. Shall I go? Now students, we are going to deal with this. What do you mean by means of production or factors of production? You know, land, this is new addition. Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, management. So if somebody asks you in life, what are the factors of production? You will say land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. Because in today's world you require management. Earlier when they used to ask, you used to say only this, land, labor, capital. Now we say entrepreneurship also and management also. Anybody has PubAd optional here? So PubAd you study na, new public management, NPM. So PubAd is a very obsolete term, PubAd, administration. But we went through what? Public management, new public management. Now it's a new word. So I will give you an example. In railways, there used to be a station master for every railway station. You know what railways have done now? They have changed the name from station master to station manager. It's what? New public management. It's called management. You don't require masters, you require managers now. Because the economy has changed. It's more digitalization. We don't require your master key, we require your management. We require managers. There are a lot of people who are there. Half of the work is done by what? Computers only. You need to manage it properly. Signal systems already is there. You need to manage properly. That's it. So land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. So this is owned by whom? Private people. So in the capitalist mode of production, motivated by surplus, profits and ownership of the means of production is via private people. So we are going to play with this idea a lot in just some time. But land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. are the basic requisites to start any industry. Take example. So Insights IAS technically is an entrepreneurial venture of Vinay sir. He came as an entrepreneur. But to open Insights IAS, he required land, Chandra layout. He requires labor, yes. He requires capital. So some capital he must have brought from himself. Some capital he must have taken from bank as a loan. He himself is an entrepreneur. And last is what? Management. You have na OGP 1. They manage your lectures. Vinay sir can't do everything. Na? Will Vinay sir inform you? Your class is in OGP 2. Anybody got text from Vinay sir? That is done by what? Management. Na? Just Vinay sir tell, come and take admission in my class. And I will give 10% discount. He will not do that. He is an entrepreneur. He can't do everything. He has kept managers. He had kept management for that. Are you getting this? So land he required, and for land, just for your information, Vinay sir is paying what? A rent. Imagine your classrooms. Second, labor, he pays wages. Capital, he is paying interest. Entrepreneurship, he gets profits. And management, he pays. But just now play with this only: land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. These are nothing but factors of production. They are owned by whom? Private. So in a capitalist economy, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management, which is called means of production or factors of production, are owned by private entities. 1. In capitalist mode of production, it's motivated by what? Profits and profits only. There is no welfare approach and all those things. Okay, so Narayan Murthy will tell you, work for 70 hours a day. But if somebody died, recently somebody died, na? Will Narayan Murthy take the moral blame? Oh, I said 70 hours, put me inside the jail. Sudha, I am going by. He will not tell. You work for 70 hours, double the profits of Infosys, the profits will come to me because I am 80% shareholder. And you will get salary only. And he will give something 0.0000% as you are a shareholder of Infosys. Are you getting this? So privates are, that's why later we'll talk about compassionate capitalism, which was brought by Narayan Murthy only. Okay, but capitalism is more interested in profits. Elon Musk took the Twitter and started what? Monetizing it. Na? Earlier blue tick was what? Based on followers. Now blue tick you pay, you will get, today you get paid followers also. Are you getting it? Now if you see the Twitter, go today and just open Twitter and see that. So earlier Twitter was only short, na? That Instagram photos, Facebook big. So Twitter came with what? Some few words. So you have to fit your tweet in that words. But now Elon Musk did what? He knows that people want to express too much. Pay more and express 5-6 lines more. That is nothing but capitalism. He turned Twitter into a very profit-making venture. Getting this? Now you get advertisements. On Twitter you have advertisements also. Are getting this? That is nothing but core crux of capitalism. Monetize. And again, first thing when Elon Musk came, he removed all the people. Na? And our Indian was there, the head of. That time he was CEO also. Yeah. So he removed everything. He brought his own team because surplus extraction. He felt that these people are getting too much money. I can make some other people work because I am myself a brand. If Elon Musk is taking Twitter, we don't require these high salaried people. I am myself a brand. So bring other people who are computer graduates and make them work at a lesser cost. And I myself will tweet. And already the fake followers and all those things are there. You can buy the followers also. That is nothing but capitalism. Earlier you used to say, oh, blue tick. Bapre. Now you buy blue tick. People have 10 crore follower and how many likes? 3. You're getting this? That is what you have bought the followers. Because you know that if some person is announced in front of you, immediately go and check Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whether the person is there, what reach is there. Because people want that recognition. And now you recognize a person via the number of followers. Capitalist what? Capitalist on that. You're getting this? So first, profits, surplus, factors of production and means of production are owned by the private people. And students, the system of capitalism was not, or it didn't came very late. It was since earlier time only. And practically it came from mercantilism. When Vasco da Gama comes to India, to Calicut, buys some spices from India and sells that same spices at a 10 times more cost and earns the profit. Are you getting it? And Vasco da Gama represents Portuguese. And Portuguese feel that, oh, this is profitable. So we will not allow anybody to come on this route. And that's why the war starts, na? Because you want only your share in profits. So to protect your profits or to protect your capitalism, you started going for wars. You started what? Colonization. You started what? Imperialism, which you will learn in all world history. But it was all motivated by profits. Same Dadabhai Naoroji in 19th century. Poverty and un-British rule in India. That it's a drain of wealth theory. They are taking the money from here and dumping in London or UK. It's profits. Why India? Cheap. Cheap labor, big market. And again we will create a class of Indians who will like British tea. So tea market is created. Yes. Are you getting this? So they say, Lord Macaulay used to say, I want to create a class of Indians who are Indians in color, but the taste is like British. Isn't it? And if you see all our leaders who came from London and all, their breakfast was basically British breakfast. Toast, jam, butter, a tea in the teapot. Isn't it? Some beans, baked beans, English breakfast, and one omelette, half fried. It is British breakfast. In your televisions, you see, they make tea. Our mummy makes tea how? Milk, all one time, na? Direct tea. Brown tea, we get it. How they make? Black tea they bring, they add some milk, put some cubes, then they do that. And you know that the tea tastes very bekar. You must have tried in your life sometime, na? After watching TV and all. Let's make tea like that, but it's bekar. Mummy's tea is better, na? On gas, hot tea, we drink it. Or coffee, we drink it. But that is what? Replication. So capitalism, or this so-called, it starts from 15th century, Vasco da Gama. And if you go back and look into slave trade, it's also capitalism only. Here you are not selling, products, you are selling bodies as slaves, products. So there are different types of capitalist market. So there is mercantilism comes, then industrial revolution comes, then banks come. Are you getting this? This is nothing but capitalism. And these basic principles of capitalism, it was exploitative. You understand, no? But see here, the system is profitable for some people. So people will want some support for it. People will want repackaging of it. People will want that somebody should follow this. So that's why the theory of capitalism as a good capitalism was put forth by a person known as Adam Smith in his book known as So Adam Smith says that capitalism is good if applied properly. Okay, because everybody is saying that capitalism is exploitative. So somebody should come and defend, na? So the defense was done by a person known as Adam Smith. He writes a book known as Wealth of Nations. So the moral of the story is that the theoretical foundations or the basic premises or the base or understanding of capitalism comes from this book known as Wealth of Nations, 1776. Clear? If you want to become an economist in future, this is a basic reading. First you have to read this, Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations. Clear? Got it? So capitalist system, we took the example of Range Rover. So if I am an entrepreneur, if I am a person who has all means of production, I will decide to manufacture or produce for what? More profitable class, not welfare wala class. Wherever there is less profit, I don't give a damn. I'm interested here, why? More profits. I'm interested in what? Surplus extraction. I'm interested in what? Ownership over means of production. Now you understand why people are revolting against the current government. that they are selling everything to the Adanis and Ambanis. Because the means of production, if owned by the private people, they will be not used for public. Did anybody get invitation for Radhika and Anand's wedding? Why? Because the means of production are owned by them. So they will decide whom to call and whom not to call. And history tells us that capitalists will favor only their own class. Are you getting this? That's why people are saying that we should oppose Adanis and Ambanis, because we are selling the means of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management, which is owned by government, to these private people. And private people, history has shown that they work only for profits, they work only for surplus extraction, and they work only for what? Their ownership. This is my land, you can't come here. Are you getting this? This is mine. That is why, again, I will just leave you with a question, tomorrow we can discuss. A project by Ambani is called Vantara. Okay, taking all the elephants from India and dumping them where? In Gujarat, Jamnagar. Whether it's in public interest or in private interest, you think. You think over that. And you will understand how capitalism works. You're getting this? How capitalism works. An elephant is one of our prides. You know, in foreign policy, India is called as elephant. And it's an incarnation of Lord Ganesha. So it has devotional value, aesthetic value, it has all the values. And you're picking up elephants from Wild and Wildlife Sanctuary from Karnataka and dumping in what? Gujarat, where there is Tropic of Cancer is passing. Okay, and that habitat is also not suitable. There is no forest there. And you are putting in the air condition elephants. Have you asked elephant, you want air condition or not? You 10 times rebel na, AC, on AC, off AC. Who will ask elephants? There are shocks associated with that. The thing is that if you put the ownership of these elephants in the hands of private, it doesn't come under RTI. How many, see, cheetah program got failed or flopped, we come to know because it was in the public domain. Na? We got to see how many cheetah died. So our cheetah program was a flop program. But do you know how many elephants must have died inside that Vantara? We don't know. We don't know the number of elephants only. Where is the scrutiny? And it's a private party. And tomorrow Anand Ambani says that no, I will not give the elephants then. Getting this? If it was in Karnataka, let's say if you go to Bandipur, Nagarholi, you can see na elephants. Oh, our elephant. Hi bro. Hi sis. If you can confirm the gender, okay. And if you have guts to go and confirm the gender. I was attacked in Bandipur once by elephant. Last year only. Okay. Because we were trying to take selfie, the elephant came running. We ran. It's a video shot. Sometime if I get time, I will show you how the elephant attacks also in person. First thing when we went, we ran away. Then we say that, if that would have happened next Sunday, the Hindu. Human-animal conflict. Why elephants are attacking humans? And you will all read for UPC. GS3, environment syllabus, it will come, na? I said, Sala, I am attacked in Karnataka. I too came in Kerala. And we were roaming around Tamil Nadu. I am in Maharashtra. I study at IIT Delhi. So how many editions I would have been covered? Delhi edition, Maharashtra edition, Karnataka edition, Kerala edition, Tamil Nadu edition. Everywhere our news would have come. Are you getting this? Just think over this. I just gave you an example. Got it? That is nothing but capitalist mode of production, theoretically proposed by a person known as Adam Smith in his book known as Wealth of Nations. Very important book. But three basic premises are there. And you know that the counter to this is what? All ulta. First we saw profit is the motive, here not profit, here okay. Here the principle is equity, equality. You know what is the difference between equity and equality? So let me give an example. Let's say you formed a company. You are 40% shareholder and somebody else is 60% shareholder. That means 40% you own the company, other person owns 60% the company. And let's say you make a profit of 100 rupees. So that profit should be divided na, as per ownership. So as you have a shareholding or equity of 40%, you will get 40 rupees. As that person has equity or shareholding of 60%, that person will get 60 rupees. So depending upon your ownership, you will get the profits. That is called equity. And what is equality? 40-60 is there. If I make a profit of 100 rupees, if I divide that still 50 and 50, it's called equality. That's it. Equity and equality. Okay. Equity means what? Whatever your contribution is. So in the first case, the contribution to the company of you was what? 40%. That's why you got 40 rupees. In second case, though your contribution was 40, you got 50 rupees. It's called equality, 50-50. Clear? So first is what? In this mode of production, go back to our example. I have Range Rover and wheat. I will manufacture what? Wheat. Because I am not motivated by profits. I am motivated by you. I want your welfare. I want the people are all low class people. I want the people who are all people, poor people. I want to do your welfare. I want to eradicate poverty. So goals are very utilitarian, big goals. So welfare of the people is my motto. Okay. Second, equity, equality is the paradigm or the base. And last is what? The means of production. Owned by public or state or government. Public or state of government. Let's try to understand why an example. So when you walk in the Chandra Layout road, does anybody stop you? But if there is a road in the compound of somebody else's house, can they stop you? You are not allowed. This is our private property. This is the difference between capitalism and this socialism or communism. Because in the second case, while walking in the Chandra Layout, the means of production are owned by what? Government. You people, you pay the tax. Are you getting this? If somebody says, hey, why you are driving? Hey, why you are driving? Because you also have paid the tax, na? This is my road also. Hey, you drive properly. Hey, you drive properly. Why we can say that? Because we are also the owners, na? He can't say, I am a taxpayer. You say, I am also taxpayer, na? Clear? So welfare of the people, equity, equality is the motto, and means of production are owned by public or state or government. Interchangeably the words are used. These are all political terms. Government, state or public. Clear? So these three are the paradigms of socialistic or social or communist mode of production. There are a fine difference between socialism and communism, but that is a different issue altogether. When we do our Indian economy, I will tell you. Because India's method is something else. It's called socialistic as per Nehru. Clear? What is that? And this theory, see students, you know the Newton's law of motion. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. The action was capitalism. And the capitalism was put forth by whom? Adam Smith, Wealth of Nations. So reaction would be what? Karl Marx, Das Kapital, who will put forth his theory that your system is exploitative. This is a new alternate system by me, and it is more better because it cares about the people. You're getting this? So the theoretical foundations both came in 19th century, students. Karl Marx, Das Kapital also and Communist Manifesto also. If you're interested regarding this, recently I had visited London and I got an opportunity to visit all the places associated with Karl Marx. So I wrote an article. If you Google my name and put Mainstream Weekly, I have written an article titled what Marx in London. You can read that article on Karl Marx. So here also I write sometimes. So theoretical foundations were laid by Karl Marx, 19th century, in his classic text known as Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto. Das Kapital is also even today one of the major sold books in the world. Major. People have too much interest. Because when crisis of capitalism occurs, people go back to Karl Marx. But again they go back to capitalism, again crisis happens, again Karl Marx. This comes on. Clear? Yeah? Capitalism everybody got 3 parameters. Socialism, communism everybody got 3 parameters. So capitalism foundation were laid by Adam Smith. These foundations were laid by Karl Marx. And later there will be people like Lenin, Trotsky, Stalin. They will qualify the theory. They will put some add, subtract, put some add, subtract. You know that. Because nothing can be permanent. So you can't apply Karl Marx directly in India. You're getting this? Because Marx talks about class. Upper class, lower class. For him, class is only what? Industrial class workers. But in India, there is class also. There is caste also. And caste and class interfere in each other. So Karl Marx can't be applied. So if you want to apply Karl Marx in Indian paradigm, you need to make some changes as per the Indian society. Same when it happened in Russia. Marx wrote about Europe. Russia was in Europe, but majorly it was backward state, more in Asia. So Lenin made some changes in Marx. And he brought his own theory, a Marxist theory of Leninism. Leninism. Clear? Same Marx was taken by China, but China's case was a little bit different. And that was taken by Mao. So it's called Maoism. They felt that revolution should be done by gun. Not like Lenin. Gun. Shoot. Feudal, peasants army. You're getting this? Similarly, it got applied in India, but we don't have peasants too much. So we took tribals and they started Naxalism. But all are somewhere or other influenced by Marx only. Or some portions of Marx. Some writings of Marx. Some pages of Marx. Where they felt that it resonates more with us. Getting it? Clear? So there are different, that's why I say that there is nothing called Marxism or socialism or communism. There are socialisms, there are communisms, and there are Marxisms. Because everybody interferes or everybody reads Marx as per his or them. Cuba will read in their manner, America will read in their manner, China will read in their manner, Russia will read in their manner, South Korea will read in their manner. One second, I forgot. Okay, you're getting this. So you can take a short break, but till here, did you understand? Everybody? So new students, are you able to understand? I'm going very slowly. Okay, 1 week, get adjusted to me slowly, then we'll put a little bit accelerator. Clear? This is very basic. This you will encounter in politics also, political science also, in polity. Clear? Before you go, let's revise capitalist system. 3 major parameters are there. Tell me first. Second. Third. And theoretical foundations laid by in a book known as Wealth of. Second, socialism. Equity, equality is there. Okay, theoretical foundations laid by 19th century. So 17th century, 18th century and 19th century. Immediately in the next thing. Okay, and all these system students, when you study world history, I will tell you, they all come from Renaissance and Enlightenment. Renaissance is 14th to 16th, 17th century. It's followed by Enlightenment. Enlightenment is something new. Renaissance is what? Taking inspiration from the past. Taking inspiration from the past and something new. You getting this? This is something new. The world saw something new. This is not something which is repeated. Earlier there could have been capitalism, but somebody writing it in a very theoretical format. Wow, it's new. It was Enlightenment, countered by Enlightenment, Marx. And both this system will fight. Even today they are fighting. The biggest replication of this is what? Russia and China. The biggest replication of earlier is what? USA plus Western nations. And you can see what is happening in Ukraine. Biggest replication of socialist system is what? South Korea. And social system is North Korea. South Korea is what? Capitalist. North Korea, South Korea are always fighting. Are you getting this? Africa has not decided what to go. Are you getting this? Because of these clashes, what happens? Military rule happens. Similarly, Pakistan, military rule happened. Similarly, Bangladesh, now they have settled upon what? Socialism. Because Muhammad Yunus, we'll study later, is known for microfinancing. Okay, Grameen Bank. And it impacted us. So we started with regional rural banks. Taking inspiration from him. He's a Nobel Prize winner. And he is the founder of Grameen Bank. It used to sponsor earlier Bangladesh cricket team. Here we'll study all those things. So I will try to bring all real life examples so that it becomes very lively. All Muhammad Yunus, though you will study him in current affairs, but what Muhammad Yunus' contribution is in microfinance, we'll study it. That will make your answers more diverse, more better than others, because that is not available in Vision and Insights, that written material. We have to bring it. Clear? Those who read all Vision and Insights, they don't get cleared every time. But those who have certain X factors, they get cleared. Why? Because of this. Little bit some outside newspapers. Sometimes you do read magazines like Frontline is there, Caravan is there. Sometimes you scan through EPW and all those things are there. So I look at all these magazines. If something substantial important comes, I will discuss in the class. You don't have to do that. Just focus on the class. You focus on one book. You focus on newspapers. My task is to read 100 material and bring what is important for you. It's not your task. Your task is to clear exam. That's it. Khatam. Finish. And your task is to read NCERT. Tomorrow bring NCERT, I will mark you NCERT and give it to you. Clear? Okay. So after take a break, when you come back, we'll do factors of production and factor cost. Okay, and then we'll go for this circular flow of economy and 2 stages circular flow of economy, we'll do that. And tomorrow we'll go for GDP and all those things. Clear? But till here, is it okay? Speed is okay? Is it happening too fast? You tell me. Fast? No, na? Fine? Okay, done. Take a break. So it's 12:07. You will come at 15 add 22, na? some students came. Now they were asking about which NCERTs. 9th standard NCERT we want it. Beautiful. 10th standard NCERT we want it. 11th standard NCERT Indian economy and development wala NCERT. We want it. And only macroeconomics, no micro and no statistics. These are the, I think 4 NCERTs are there. Can you show me that poster which we just saw? I will tell you the names of the and class numbers. So you can, if you are not bought, you can buy it, or you can photocopy it also. So it's a 9th standard NCERT. It's a green color NCERT known as economics. Then there is a 10th standard NCERT. It's a red border NCERT. Only one NCERT is there. 10th standard. 11th standard NCERT, there is Indian economic development. Only that. And 12th standard is what? Introductory macroeconomics. That's it. Clear? Introductory macroeconomics. That's it. Only those NCERTs are required. 4. And if you bring tomorrow, we can start our mission from tomorrow only. Tomorrow do bring it. Okay. 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th standard wala Indian economic development, and 12th standard wala introductory macroeconomics. So I am doing this NCERT project keeping in mind there are new students in the class. Clear? Now let's move ahead. We saw systems of economics. So students, what happened is that capitalism came, it dashed with communism or socialism, but at one point of time, that is post World War I, both system failed. Capitalism came, socialism came, but after World War I, you know na, World War I was fought from 1914 to 1918. There was a recession in USA. What is recession? What is depression? We are going to see. But just imagine that whatever bad could happen with the economy, unemployment, huge inflation, joblessness, GDP going down, growth going down, food scarcity, all is coupled with what? Depression and recession. So post World War I, in spite of having capitalism, in spite of having socialism or communism, the world was not doing good. So people felt that we need to have a third system of economics, because capitalist mode of production was not helping, socialist mode of production was not helping, and then a new system came in 1936. So what is this? Let's try to see. So in 1936, students, there was a person known as John Maynard Keynes. John Maynard Keynes. He wrote a fantastic book known as The Theory of Employment, Interest, Money. The Theory of Employment, Interest, Money in 1936. And this type of economic system, which was proposed by this man known as John Maynard Keynes, is known as mixed economy. So mixed is nothing but mixing capitalism, let's try to see what he does. Capitalism was not working properly, socialism was not working properly. Ultimately, world wanted an alternative. And you know that for any alternative to come and enjoy support, there should be a crisis, isn't it? So crisis happened because there was Great Depression, unemployment, joblessness, inflation, scarcity, demand, supply, nobody knows what to produce, when to produce, how to produce, when to produce, how much to produce, all economic fundamentals gone down. So in this chaos, in this uncertainty, this man comes and publishes a book known as The Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. And the name of the person is John Maynard Keynes. And when America tries to implement the solutions which are mentioned in the book, their economy come out. The entire world comes out of Great Depression. So now it becomes what? Hit. It becomes hit. So what does this mixed economy, or it's also known as Keynesian economy, talk about? So this economy says that we should follow a mixed model. I will go back. Mixed model. 1 second. You are writing, na? Sorry. Capitalism plus socialism, Keynesian economy. And some books you will also find a name known as so the New Deal economy, the name is given by America, okay? If you hear Keynesian, if you hear mixed economy, if you hear New Deal economy, is nothing but what? Mixed economy only. Same thing but different names are there. That's it. The Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. 1936 it came. And it solved the problem of world when capitalism was failing, when socialism was failing, a new system came and it worked. So the entire world's attention went to what? So that's why it becomes important for us to understand what does it mean. So what does it mean? Let's go. So mixed model. So John Maynard Keynes says that capitalism is also a little bit good because not everything can be worked like charity, isn't it? But he says that welfareism is also good. Not everything can be done for profits. So you don't love your mother and father because they are profitable. Something is beyond profit, isn't it? But you don't work for free also. You take salaries because not everybody can be, everything can be emotional. You have to be little bit practical. So he says that capitalism is also good in some respects. Socialism is also good in some respects. Why not mix the goodness of both and bring a new system? That is nothing but mixed economy. So he says that certain sectors of the economy should be divided and certain sectors of the economy should be run by capitalist mode of production. He says that certain sectors of the economy should be run by capitalist mode of production is motivated by profits. Socialist mode of production is motivated by that's it. So he mixes goodness of capitalism also, socialism also, and brings a new system known as mixed model of economy, mixed economy, which is said as Keynesian economy, mixed economy, New Deal economy. All names are same. And it is based on a book known as Theory of Employment, Interest, Money, 1936. That's it. So capitalism we have Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith. Socialism we have two books, Karl Marx, Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto. And for mixed model we have John Maynard Keynes' book known as Theory of Employment, Interest, Money. Just remember EIM. So you say now you pay EMI to the bank, EMI, just exchange I and M, EIM, Employment, Interest, Money, that's it. Clear? Now you will remember for life. So certain sectors are run by capitalist model, certain sectors are run by socialist model. You are getting this? And India adopted post independence this model. Clear? Because we had Tatas also that time, we had Birlas also that time, but again we knew that we have poor population and that population can't be run on the basis of profit. They require food, clothing and shelter. We have partition refugees, we have migrants, we have regional imbalance, we have regional indevelopment. So we should have focus on what? Welfare state. That's why we went for mixed model. So it should not punish capitalist also, but it also reward socialist also. Clear? That's it. Are you getting this? So students, we learnt about three models of the economy: capitalist, socialist, communist, mixed model. Are you getting this? So for you today assignment is question: illustrate the different models of economy. I have not yet taught you answer writing, but I want you to write as per your understanding. Just bring introduction, body and conclusion, which is to write in a 10th standard. Introduction, body and conclusion. I will teach you answer writing also, don't worry. How to write economics ka answer, how to introduce, how to make good introductions, how to make good conclusions. Clear? Illustrate the different models of economy and take around, students, if you are using a book like this, like UPSC pattern, take around 2 pages, okay? Write in 2 pages. And while writing also, try to bring some flow charts or try to bring some, like let's say mixed economy, like this system. Okay, that is known as what? Venn diagrams and all, try to bring it. Or like this also it can come. Capitalism, socialism, clear? This will add 1, 1, 2, 2 marks. So we'll go into that, don't worry, but I just gave you, it's a first class, a glimpse. This is how we are going to write creative answers. We are going to bring mnemonics, Venn diagrams, diagrams, where required maps, figures, statistics. Some good diagrams are given in NCERTs. We are going to use NCERTs also a lot now. As I told you, tomorrow you are going to bring NCERTs, and tomorrow I will tell you from 9th standard what to read. And every day, half an hour, we will discuss that 9th standard. Finish 9th standard, then 10th standard, then 11th standard, then 12th standard. 12th standard, I think it will take a little bit more time because some concepts I need to teach in the class. But 12th standard is a very confusing NCERT. I will mark you which sections you have to read. So tomorrow at least bring 9th standard NCERT. Clear? Green color book, short and sweet. Clear? Tomorrow we will also teach you a little bit answer writing so that we can attempt some exercises from back. See, the more thing is what? Pen and paper. Work with pen and paper. That is what is truth. I read this, but you will forget in 2 days. You are getting this? So let's play with NCERTs. So tomorrow bring NCERTs also. 9th standard NCERT compulsory. Bring it tomorrow. Okay. If you don't get a fancy book, bring a photocopy. Okay. We are concerned with material. Clear? Kinesianico. Got this? Now, and slowly we will start writing answers in the class itself. So I will first start with 10 markers. At least UPSC will give you 7.2 minutes. So when we start writing initially in the class, I will give you 10 minutes, then slowly 8 minutes, then 7 minutes. So we'll write little bit more than earlier than UPSC. Clear? In the class itself. So every day at least 1 or 2 answers we will write in the class itself. Whatever you do is over and above that. That is what I want. At least in class 1 or 2 questions you have to write. And we will finish all PYQs. Clear? Now, got the systems of economy. Now we are entering into a very important realm which is called factors of production and factor cost, which you have just seen half an hour ago, but I will revise it so that you know it. The students, I told you there is certain thing called as factors of production. To start any production of goods and services, you require certain factors, you require certain things. So for example, if you want to start preparation for UPSC, you require some factors. So books you require, guidance you require, papers you require, pen you require. Similarly, if you want to start some production of either goods, of either services, so technically Insights is an example of production of services, UPSC services. So you require factors of production. So if anybody asks you in life, what are the factors of production, you will say land, labor, capital, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, management. Take example of Vinay sir I took in the class. If he wanted to start Insights, he requires this. If anything is not there, he can't do it. If there is no land, where he will start? If there is no labor, who will work? He can't teach everywhere, na? If there is no capital, how he will start? How he will buy the classes, tables, this board, this AC? Entrepreneurship, if he doesn't have that spirit of taking the risk, if Insight doesn't work, then are you getting this? Last is what? Management. To manage what he has set up. So somebody needs to pay the rent. Somebody needs to look into whether AC is working properly or not, whether the recording is going properly or not, students are coming properly or not, are some students of other institutes are coming into Insights or what? You need to see it. No? But students, I told you, nothing is for free. Everything has a cost. So the cost which is paid for factors of production is known as factor cost. For land, Vinay sir pays what? Rent. Okay, labor he pays, capital he pays, entrepreneurship he gets, and management he gets, or they have to pay. So factors of production, students, come with a factor cost, and factor cost is nothing but what? Rent, wages, interest, profit and salaries. That's it. If somebody asks you what is factors of production, sir, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, management. If somebody says what is factor cost, rent, wages, interest, profits and salaries. Are you getting this? Clear? Shall I go ahead? Or anybody is writing? Done? Wages, salary which you get on time. Wages, somebody pays you, come after 3 days, 4 days, that is known as wages. Clear? But technically in this today's world, salaries and wages are intermixed. Nobody gets salaries on time. Nobody gets wages on time. Wages are basically daily wage laborers are there, na? They work from morning till evening and they get at the end of the day. That is called as wages. So technically also there is a quantitative difference. Wages are less. The amount is less. Salaries are little bit more. So sometimes they say wages, sometimes they say salaries. But both you have to write it down depending upon, because in an economy there are laborers also who work temporarily. In an economy there are people who work in formal sector also. Formal sector people get salaries properly. Like you, government servants, proper on 1st to 5 you get your salaries. But there are some private people also who work but they don't get salaries for 2 months, 3 months. There are some laborers who work on construction sites. They get in the evening some money, 500, 600 and so on. Okay. So factors of production and factor cost. Now, as we took example of Vinay sir only. Okay. So students, for any enterprise to start, They require factors of production. Did you agree? So Vinay sir wants to open Insights. Insights is an enterprise. Okay. And Vinay sir is an entrepreneur. So Vinay sir will require factors of production. So he will give land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, management. So to start Insights, Vinay sir will require land, labor, capital, himself entrepreneur, entrepreneurship and management. So that is all applied to a product known as Insights IAS. And the enterprise will ultimately produce what? Technically, Insights provides services. And if Insights is bringing its magazine, which is available for purchasing, so it's goods also. Clear? So Insights magazine, just like you have now, Vision magazine is there, Insights magazine, you can purchase in the market. So an enterprise which is applied with land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management produces what? Goods and services. This is the basic law of economics. From Ambani to Adani, everybody started from here. Any entrepreneur, starting with your Nikhil Kamath, they went through this process. Even Ambani went through this process. Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. And then you produce your goods and services. Even in Vinay sir went via this. Goods and services. Clear? Now, I will make this little bit more magnified version. Okay. This let us magnify this. Oh, what happened? Okay. So I will just write down factors of production. Enterprise. Okay with this? Now, let's try to break it down now. Which type of goods and which type of services? Because in economy, all goods are not same. Are you getting this? So for example, let's say you go to eat food. Food is a type of good, na? And you go to buy books. Food you eat, books you eat. So everybody or every good has a different characteristics. Okay. And they differ quantitatively and qualitatively also. Let's try to understand this. Factors of production applied to enterprise gives goods and services which can be divided into further. Intermediate goods. And second is what? Final goods. Intermediate means what? The goods which are in the middle stage. We'll see examples also. Other is what? Final good. And final goods are further divided into two more types. Consumer goods, capital goods, goods and services, intermediate, in between, final, fully final, no more thing required. That no more thing required again divided into two types, consumer and capital. Are you getting this? So consumer means example, for example, if you go to eat vada pav, you will get vada pav in a shop. Similarly, if you go to buy a hammer, hammer also is available in the shop. But both characteristics are different. Vada pav you can eat, finish. Hammer is there with you. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. Hammer is also type of good only, na? So final goods is what? Consumer, capital. We'll see what is consumer, what is capital. Consumer goods are further divided into three types. Durable, non-durable, very good. Services. Just see आराम से, silence. I open an enterprise. For an enterprise to start the production of goods and services, you require factors of production. You require land, you require labor, you require capital, you require the spirit of entrepreneurship, and require management. And they are all applied to an enterprise. And that enterprise gives an output. Input gives output. That output is what? Goods and services. But all goods and services are not similar. So goods and services are divided into two types, basic, intermediate, which are not final, and other are what? Final. So pause intermediate, final. Final consists of two types, consumer goods, capital goods. So capital goods, leave it for some time. Consumer goods, which is day to day. So clothes and all are our consumer goods. So they are further divided into three types, durable, non-durable, services. So durable goods are those goods whose life is more than 3 years. So example, clothes. Technically clothes should be sustaining for more than 3 years, and it depends upon your usage also. Are you getting this? Or let's say this chair. It's a consumer good, no? It's for your consumption. You come and sit. So if you see that the life of the chair is more than 3 years, okay. Second is what? Non-durable, whose life is less than 3 years. Example, you have vada pav, you go to eat vada pav. Anybody has eaten vada pav more than 3 years? Taste fantastic? No. Or pizza, more than 3 years? Sir, if you keep the pizza for more than 3 years, brilliant taste, sir. Eat. So there are some goods whose life is less than 3 years, but they are again consumer goods. So they are called non-durable goods. And third is what? Services. So what is the difference between services? Services are intangible. You can't touch, but you can feel. Others are durable, non-durable are tangible. Touch. But both are consumed, na? You as a consumer, you ate vada pav, touching your hands. But again, you consume this lecture. You heard this lecture, but you didn't touch this lecture. Are you getting this? So, consumer goods are of three types, durable, non-durable. Durable is what? More than 3 years. Non-durable, less than 3 years. And services, which can't be touched. And there is what? Other capital goods. So, now we are going to play with both. Just try to see this. Any doubts till here? Durable, everybody got? More than 3 years. Example is what? Your bench. Or example is what? Your board. They say na, when they sell, warranty of 5 years. So 5 years if they are giving warranty, that means it is expected to run more than 3 years. So it's a final consumer durable good. This one. Final, can it be used for other further process? No. So final consumer durable good. Water, inside water. Final consumer non-durable good. Services, inside IAS, lecture of economics. Final consumer services. Got it? Yes. Now, let's go to students intermediate goods first. Intermediate, something in between, something which is not final. Okay. Fantastic example is rolled steel. What it is, I will tell you. Rolled steel. So students, rolled steel, there is a, what we say, iron ore. They remove that iron ore, processing happens, and they get something called steel with all chemical and all those things is there. And again this steel is rolled steel, very raw. So I buy this rolled steel. Let's say I am a plate manufacturer, plates, eating plates. So I use this rolled steel, which is a raw in nature, and beat into steel plates. Now steel plates is a final good, final durable good. Let's say I am a builder or I am a supplier of raw material for building. I buy this rolled steel and convert them into what? Steel bars, which can be further used in what? Construction. Or I am Tata, I am a manufacturer of cars, I will buy this rolled steel and convert them into what? Cars. So can you see that this rolled steel is not a final product. It could be used differently by different people for their own purpose. So the type of goods which are intermediate but can be converted into any other good which would be final is known as intermediate good. So rolled steel is an example of what? Intermediate good. Are you getting this? That's it. Clear? Did you get what is intermediate good? The goods which are not final. The goods which are not final. Example, Diwali just happened. That chakli batter you get na sometimes. That is an intermediate good because your mother will buy that chakli batter, convert it into final product called chakli. That chakli becomes what? Your final consumer non-durable good. You are getting this? So the chakli batter becomes what? Intermediate good which you get in the markets. Are you getting this? Clear? This is called rolled steel. I gave an example. This rolled steel could be converted into steel plates. It could be converted into steel bars. It could be converted into cars. Or it could be converted into anything depending upon how you want. So, intermediate goods are those goods. I will give in writing, don't worry. Those goods which are in intermediate stage and which could be converted into n number of final products. Clear? So they are not final. That's why goods and services available in the market are of two types: intermediate goods and final goods. Clear? Intermediate goods also have to be bought from the market. Remember that. Got it? Just like chakli batter, you go to hyper city, buy that, go home and then convert into what? Final good. Clear till here? Now, again we are going back to final goods. So final goods we saw consumer, we saw capital. Consumer we saw durable, non-durable, services. It's all fine now. Now let's go to something called capital. So students, you must be hearing a lot of times capital expenditure, capital formation. These words keep on bombarding in the newspapers. So let's try to understand what is capital good itself. See, in this age of hyper-globalization, in this age of multiplicity, there are too many goods, we get confused. So I will, after finishing this, I will give you an example. A good could be final, a good could be intermediate, depending upon your use. So for example, when you put your salt while making a dal, the salt is what? Intermediary. But when you make use of salt on your salad, you are adding salt as a final product because I want my salad to be a little bit salty. Salt becomes what? A final product. So depending upon how you use also, goods could be classified. We'll see that later. Just I'm giving an example. Sometimes a good could be intermediary depending upon your use. Sometimes a good could be final depending upon your use. It depends upon your uses. Similarly, sugar. So when you eat sugar, so let's say you got into IAS. You got the news, but it will take time to go out and bring, let's say, peda, Dharwad peda. You want, no, only Dharwad. Okay. Because for interview, I wanted to look very good, so I stopped all sweet. Dharwad peda you want. So Dharwad peda will take time to bring. So mother says that at least use sugar. So sugar is used for what? As a final product, na? But similarly, sugar while making of the cakes is an intermediate product because final product is what? Cake. You don't get trace of sugar. But while you eat sugar as what? Final. Clear? So depending upon your use, also you can treat a good as intermediate or final. But don't get confused like that. Anytime if you get confused, just remember rolled steel. steel plates, steel bars, bonnet of the cars, and other n number of things. That is nothing but tool steel. Got it? Now, other thing is called capital goods, very much in vogue. Let's try to understand what is capital goods. A very simple thing. Students, if you want to understand whether a good is a capital good or not, it should satisfy 4 basic criteria, which I am going to write. First, it should be final good. Okay. Second, it should be bought and sold in the market. Third, it should enhance productivity. We'll see that all. And lastly is what? It shouldn't get transformed or consumed in the process. The students in economics, a very simple funda is that whenever certain concepts come, try to put it in the form of what? Some examples. If you remember examples, you get it. Clear? So somebody asks you rolled steel, are no, we haven't heard like that. It's an intermediate good because rolled steel could be converted into steel plate, steel bars, anything. So it's an intermediate good. Clear? Got it? And steel plate is your final consumer durable good. Bonnet of the car or car final consumer durable good because a car could be sustained for more than 3 years. Steel bars final consumer durable good. Clear? Final good, and it should be I have to add and durable in nature. Very good. What is now? Let's try to check this. So I always teach in the class, if you want to see whether a good is a capital good or not, bring examples. Let's take tractor. So tractor you go, so it should be final good and durable. Is tractor a final good? Do you modify tractor into something, aeroplane or something? And tractor is basically used by farmer. So is it a final good and durable? Tractor, it could be sustained for more than 3 years. Final good. Second, it should be bought and sold in the market. Is tractor available in the market for purchasing? Yes. So 2 conditions are satisfied. Third, it should enhance productivity. Do the use of tractor enhance the productivity in agriculture? Because if you do manually, it will take more time. If you do with tractor more efficiently and more better, you save a lot of cost also. You save a lot of time also. So ultimately it improves the productivity of agriculture. Okay? Do you agree with this? Tractor? Last is what? It shouldn't get transformed. So let's say you use tractor for 4 years. Will tractor become a car? Have you seen somewhere? I bought a tractor, now it has become a car. No. So some wear and tear will happen. Wear and tear means what? Your tires will be worn out, the color will be gone, the engine will not be working as efficiently like that, it will require more servicing. It is acceptable. But tractor will be classified as tractor only. Unless and until you open the engine and do something or make something else. So in the process, it doesn't get transformed, it remains as a tractor. Hence, if tractor satisfies this 4 conditions, we say that tractor is a capital good. First, final good and durable. Yes. Second, bought and sold in the market. Yes. Third, enhance productivity, and fourth is what? Doesn't get transformed. Tractor remains a tractor. So hence tractor qualifies to be what? Capital good. Did you understand? Let's take one more example to make it more better. Take your hammer. Hammer. You go to the shop and buy hammer. So does hammer satisfy this? Bought and sold in the market? Second, when you look at the hammer, is it a final good? Yes. Is it durable? Yes. See, the wooden rod could perish, but you can replace with other wooden rod. But hammer is hammer. Third, does hammer enhance the productivity? Yes. For example, if I am making this, I can't use this, na? Or I can't use this. When I use hammer, it becomes more efficient, more productive. So does hammer improve the productivity? And does hammer remain hammer after you make this? Yes. So it is not transformed in the process. I told you little wear and tear happens. So hammer will little bit lose the shape. But again, if you go to blacksmith will again make it hammer. So technically what? That's why hammer is a capital good. So any good students which satisfies this 4 condition is a capital good. That's it. So if you have any doubt, just put these 4 parameters. If it satisfies, it's a capital good. If it doesn't satisfy, it's not a capital good. Clear? That's it. So let's take example. Car. Car for personal use. See here? Car for personal use. First, car is a finished good, durable. Yes. Second, it should be bought and sold in the market. Yes. Third, it should enhance productivity. Economically, it doesn't enhance. It's more about your personal use and comfort. So this is little bit question mark. Because you could have replaced that with cab also, no? And fourth is what? It shouldn't get transformed in the process. Yes. It doesn't get transformed. Now, car which you put for Ola. First, final good and durable. Bought and sold in the market. Third, enhance productivity. Yes, that Ola is giving me revenue. It's helping me to increase my what? Money. That money I am using for different processes. And fourth is what? Doesn't get transformed. Clear? So any good, if you are confused whether it's capital or not, 4 parameters. That's it. Clear? So we used factors of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. We applied to what? An enterprise. Enterprise gave us what? Goods and services. Goods and services are further divided into 2 types. Intermediate, final. Intermediate, we have an example of rolled steel, which could be made into steel plates, steel bars, cars, anything. If you go to final, final has 2 types. Consumer, capital. Capital good, to be a capital good, has to satisfy 4 criteria. Final, durable, bought and sold in the market, enhance productivity, shouldn't get transformed or consumed in the process. If a good satisfies all these conditions, the good is a capital good. Then if you go to consumer, there are 3 types: durable, non-durable and services. Durable, the goods which are consumable but whose validity is more than 3 years. Non-durable, which are consumable, whose validity is less than 3 years. And services, they are consumed but they can't be touched. They are intangible. So whatever you can touch, they are tangible. Whatever you can't touch, they are intangible. That's it. That is what? All these goods and services, and entire economics is this only. Open your Infosys, this. Open your Wipro, this. Open anything. Inside SIS, this. Ambani, this. Tata, this. Birla, this. Industrial Revolution, this. Everything started with this only. This is nothing but economics. So either it's an agriculture sector, you require land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship and management. Whether it's a manufacturing sector, you require this. Startup India, stand up India. Whether you want to be a service sector person, you require this. This is basics of economics. And depending upon what you produce, let's say you open a shop for vada pav, so you are producing what? Goods and services which are what? Final, which are consumer and non-durable. If you are producing, let's say, notebooks, So goods and services which are final and durable. If you open academy like insights, final, consumer, services, put it. If you are opening a factory of tractor, it's what? Final but capital good. Clear? If you open, let's say for example, advisory for share markets, it's a final, consumer, services. Getting this? If you open, let's say app like Ola, final, consumer, services. Clear? That's it for you. That is nothing but goods and services. Clear? One thing which I want to add here, when I said students, land, labor, capital, they were all applied for what? Goods and services, which we saw. Student, this was not for free. This came with a cost. And that cost was what? Land. For land we paid what? For labor we paid what? For capital we paid what? We paid what? Factor cost. For every factor of production there is a cost associated, which is nothing but factor cost. So Vinay sir had to pay a factor cost for starting the insights. If he paid factor cost, he got available factors of production which he used to create an enterprise known as Insights IS, which gives goods and services, and he produces what? A final consumer services, education services. That's it. That is nothing but this. Factor cost is this, available at factory price, and this is what? Factors of production. You apply for enterprise and you get goods and services. And you know goods and services intermediate, final. Final, consumer, capital. Consumer 3 types, durable, non-durable, services, capital you have 4 types. If a good satisfies all the 4 types of capital, it's a capital good. Example, we have tractor. Durable, final. Second, bought and sold in the market. Third, increases productivity of the agriculture. And fourth is what? Yeah, doesn't get transformed. It's still a tractor. That's it. Got it? That's it. Consumer, durable, non-durable, and services. And there are few more consumer goods, fast moving consumer goods and all, which I will give in writing. Clear? Just go through it once. Then I will dictate you some consumer goods. Okay till here economics. Okay, new batch. Acha, okay till here na? Okay. Anywhere the fear arises, just tell me. We'll try to demolish that fear. Because you come from different backgrounds. I don't know, all sociological backgrounds and all. So we need to go very aram se. First 1.5 week, if you navigate properly, then you will all become Raghuram Rajans. You will start knowing more than teacher only. But at 1.5 week, that first thing is thrust wala period. In that thrust wala period, you need to go very slowly, calmly, understand the basics, build the fundamentals, and when it's done, then fear is gone, then you can study. And already from tomorrow we are going to start NCITs also. That is again going to be a booster for you. Okay. I will not unnecessarily complicate your lives, okay? Just to give for the sake of giving, write this down, that down. What is required, we'll do that. We are very professional. We are here to clear the exams. That's it. Clear? Or I could make you write like anything. I just want you to stick to basics because that is what UPC requires. We are not here for academics. Academics is different. And UPC is different. This is general studies, not academics. We are not studying economics also. We are building this basis because we need to study Indian economy later. Because there I will talk about the mode of production, mixed economy, which we saw. Why India adopted mixed economy. There are some historical factors, there are some political factors, there are some cultural factors, there are some social factors. We need to understand. When we learn about GDP, GDP is growing or going down, we need to know what is GDP first and how India calculates it. So we are trying to build a base. Clear? These books in the market, they are unnecessary. If you see Ramesh Singh, they will give you depression. I don't feel anybody, any topper in India would have read Ramesh Singh full and revised 3-4 times. Nobody can dare. Unnecessary things are a lot of given. And in economics, what happens is that it's a dynamic subject. Some concepts come, some concepts go. So for example, taxes. Now GST has been introduced. Why they introduced GST? To make it simplified version. They only were not understanding what taxes India had. That's why they brought a unified tax system. But still our books will give this tax, that tax, that tax, that tax. We are not applying for CA exam. If GST is already there, they are going to ask GST only. And GST was introduced in 2017, 2018. So study that, already 5 years have been passed. Still books will give 279A, 279B. That is not required. So be very professional. See what government is giving out the news also. That is what they are going to ask. You're getting this? That taxation system was not good, that's why they replaced. You're getting this? Even in your IRS, they don't teach you the other taxation systems also in the new syllabus. If you go to Nagpur to train, they don't teach that. Clear? Okay, write down. A short wala, consumer goods. Consumer goods are those goods which the people consume in their daily life. People consume in their daily life. Clear? So your vada pav, your pen, your fruits, there are a lot consumer goods. Now let's try to see what are the different types of consumer goods available. They will not ask, but still we will do it. First write down fast moving consumer goods. Fast moving these goods, write down, these goods sell quickly, underline quickly, at a relatively low cost. Can you give an example of fast moving consumer goods? Coffee? Yeah. Yes. Quickly at a low cost. These are called fast moving consumer goods. Clear? Got it? There's nothing but fast moving. Example you can write down. Coffee, tea, breakfast. Breakfast, what you eat? Idli. Idli sambar also fast moving consumer goods. Fatapat na idli. Sir, idli finished tomorrow. Fast moving consumer, because fatapat people come and stand in line, they take chutney finished tomorrow, sambar finished tomorrow. It's a fast moving consumer good. See, always economics is very easy. Try to link all this concept to the daily life. what we happen is that we go into too much theory and we lose that glimmer. And economics is for us, for our daily transactions. If we don't compare it with, then how could we work? So when we go into taxation, GST and all, we will consider that also. So GST is not very difficult, but people make it difficult. So example, I tell in the class also that Nitin Singhania, if anybody has, today just go and read GST. You will not understand anything. Because Nitin Singhania itself has not understood anything. Because if you understand, you will tell it in a very easy way. Na? Unnecessarily complicated. Students come, sir, this is not understanding. And he has written something else only. And GST is so simple. So simple. Just that it has only two principles are there. First, no double taxation. And third, if your paid taxes double, you will get back the rightful amount. That's it. And it is run by a software. So it brings what? Transparency. That's it, GST. They unnecessarily complicated these, that. You're getting this. You read, do that exercise. Do read and come. So easy. Clear? Write down. Next. Convenience product. Convenience products. So these are the different types of consumer goods. Convenience product. Convenience products. These consumer goods are bought. These consumer goods are bought. Sorry, not bought. Bought frequently. Are bought frequently. What do you buy frequently? Clothes you buy. Now to it has become convenience. Earlier you used to only have in Diwali, Holi, Dasera. Now to sale on Myntra, order. Clear? Got it? So convenience product. You buy frequently your pen. Okay, sometimes like yes. Soap. Very good. Convenience. Again, depends upon you. Soap could be a convenience product, depends upon you. If you bath regularly, then it's a convenience product. Or it could be a rare commodity. There are people, water is very good. Got it? Some people I have seen in hostel, to we observe. People don't bath only. And one soap goes, I had a roommate whose lifebuoy soap was for 1.5 years. No, but he used to bath, but taking other people's soap. It saved. Have you ever a hostel life that all this washing soaps, na clothes soaps. So students just take each other's thing and they keep there properly. It's a revenue expenditure. If you go into UPSC, you will see that we should not waste more money in all these daily items. You're getting this? Second, write down. Shopping products. Shopping products. Shopping products. These consumer goods are bought occasionally. Occasionally. Okay, occasionally. Clear? So for example, as Diwali comes, then you buy that na diyas or some brass items from thalis of puja. Na, you do that occasionally. Third is what? Specialty products. Specialty products. Specialty products. Specialty products. They are also known as luxury products also. Specialty luxury products. Write down. These consumer goods are luxurious in nature. Luxurious in nature. Example. See, earlier our mothers used to malish our head. Now you have different malish wala. Earlier we used to press our feet. Now you put that na, that if you go to malls, put your feet and sit. So it will do all that massaging and all those things. That is luxury. Not everybody can afford. Salman Khan has to afford, or Salman Khan has to buy a bulletproof car. It's a luxurious thing, na? More he has to spend. But why? For some security. Okay, so it's a luxurious product. So these are specialty products. Okay, only some people buy. So for example, if you are a big Bollywood star, you need to buy a Range Rover because that gets attached with your status. You can't go around in Maruti 800. You're getting this? Okay, next, write down. Goods not preferred. Goods not preferred. P-R-E-F-E-R-R-E-D. Goods not preferred. These consumer goods are bought by the consumers. These consumer goods are bought by the consumers against their wishes. Against their wishes. Example, life insurance. So have you seen this? Sir, if you die after 5 years, your family will get 50 lakhs. Sir, if you die after 10 years, your family get 40 lakhs. So he is directly talking about death. You will die, your family get 50 lakhs. And nobody wants to die. But still you buy it. That is known as these products. Are you getting this? Goods not preferred or not required. But still you have to buy. Similarly, car insurance you buy. Similarly, your bag insurance when you fly by airports. So bag insurance is there. So for example, if a bag gets displaced, then so they give you the money. Accident insurance. Here anybody wants to do accident? Buy? No, I won't do accident insurance. No. We buy it against our wishes just to have a safety wall. So these are those type of products. And last of all, one more write down. Royalty consumer goods. Royalty, they have brought one more category. Royalty consumer goods. Royalty consumer goods. So write down. These goods combine multiple characteristics. These goods combine multiple characteristics of consumer goods. Of consumer goods and are very royal in nature. Very royal in nature. They are preferred by certain classes only. They are preferred by certain classes only. Let me give you an example, a real life example. So once I told you I left my engineering 2 years and I was doing theatre. So I was in Mumbai. There is a mall known as Palladium Mall, very famous mall. When you go to Mumbai, you just go to that mall. All Bollywood actors come there. And that time Shah Rukh Khan, you see that, and Shah Rukh Khan wears a Rolex watch and all this. And he was the brand ambassador of Tag Heuer, the watch. So me and my friend just went inside the shop to at least see the price of the watches. So watch is available for 10 rupees, 20, 50, 40, 500, 1000, 2000. Every watch shows what time only. But we went inside and we were looking at the prices. A mother and a child were sitting. The child must have been around 18, 19 years of age. And mother was telling, "Beta, see na, which you like." So his mother asked, "What is the cost of this watch?" "Ma'am, 3.5 lakhs, 4 lakhs and this is 8 lakhs. So me and my friend were looking. I thought 500, 1000, EMI we were calculating. We directly came out. Because next step was what? We would be insulted. Na? What do you want to buy? So the thing was that when the watch was being shown, it was a royalty product for certain sections. That time we couldn't afford that much, which was 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 8 lakhs for the time. So this type of products which are preferred by only certain elite sections of society, they are known as royalty products. Okay. We saw convenience also, royalty also. Salman Khan had to go for convenience. Salman Khan didn't want to buy a bulletproof car, but his conditions make him buy. Because yesterday, 2 days ago, a very comedy news came. They said that Salman Khan offered a blank check to the Bishnoi community. Bishnoi community rejected that check, saying that we don't want blank check, we want Salman. We don't want money, we want to shoot you, we want to kill you. That is what they said. That's why it's contingent for him to have that. He doesn't want it. It's a convenience product for him. It's not a royal thing. Royal is something else. When mother says 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 8 lakh, and she's saying, no mama, I don't like it. Hey, mama, buy us, we will take 3 lakhs and 4 lakhs. Are you getting this? But that was, it's preferred by certain classes only. Similarly, your Manish Malhotra design cloth. Where we buy? Down. Yeah, that near that coffee shop, a person puts not. T-shirts is there. Abibas, Adibas, isn't it? If we can't afford Adidas, Abibas, Reebok, REEBOOK, NIKEE, Nike. It's not NIKE, NIKEE. All we buy. Clear? Because that products are preferred by only certain sections of society which could afford that. They don't have to feel. And here our people feel the pinch also. So there is a new fad of buying iPhones now on EMIs. I don't understand what is so private in your phone. What is the state secret which you have kept on the phone? If that phone leaks, it's a threat to the unity and integrity of the country. Law and order, riots will happen. That's why you just dump it and just know iPhone only. Threat. Are you getting this? That's a convenience product. So you are trying to transcend. It's a good thing, but again I am telling you, it's not to be preferred, but still you buy. It's a consumer good. I know my friend where he doesn't have money to recharge, but wants to buy an iPhone. Why? Because our other friend has bought iPhone and they are dushman. He has iPhone. I also want to buy iPhone. Nikhil, 10,000, send me. I am using Samsung and Micromax. I should give you to buy iPhone. From sister took 40,000. From somebody took 30,000. And ultimately bought that iPhone. And what is the status? Joblessness. But just to show. And whenever he will walk, he put that Apple out. Anybody has Apple here. Why status? You become a brand. One of my friends, IS officer, she told me. She's in West Bengal cadre. And you know that there has been clash between Union and West Bengal. So Mamata Banerjee told that, and you know that, they were tapping the phones of the IS officers. So Mamata Banerjee had told that the state will give you money, you buy all iPhones. So she told me, Nikhil, if you're going to states, bring a advanced version of iPhone. But she was using this mail, ma'am. She said, no, Nikhil, advanced version is okay, but again, I'm okay with that. But I'm very comfortable in Samsung. Ma'am, here the people who have not done anything in the life, they're roaming around with iPhones, and you are so okay with Samsung. She said that my phone is not working. That's why I want, and the government is going to give money, but I still feel that it's unnecessary thing. I told that, ma'am, why you don't buy an iPhone then? She said, you have. I don't have. I said XYZ reason. He said, Nikhil, you should be the brand. You become a brand. A product can't enhance your branding. I want to become a brand in the West Bengal government. No product can raise my branding. Apple should feel fortunate that I am using Apple. It's not other way around. That's why I'm okay with my Samsung phone, but just the government has given that if you happen to go, it's okay if I don't get iPhone 16. iPhone 11, iPhone 12 is fine. I just want to pick up the phones and do that. I have a proper laptop which I use it. And I don't feel that I have any state secret also. She being an IS officer and our students, my sister in Diwali, I want an iPhone. Then why should I do? I want an iPhone. Go and buy. No, you're going to states then. Okay, I'm going. Transfer 1.5 lakhs in my account. Immediately I will bring it. Why do you require? I said, now the production has started. The prices will go down. No, I want. So much obsession is there for iPhones. So it's an unnecessary consumer expenditure. But the moral of the story, just to make it a little bit lighter, is what iPhone is also consumer product. And now there is no exclusivity attached with an iPhone. Everybody has that. And I feel that China must be manufacturing the Chinese version of iPhones. It should dump in the market. iPhone should be wiped out from India. Okay, people should resort back again to that tang, that chaya, that. Clear? And that ringtone used to be so beautiful, song, isn't it? Okay, chalega. See you tomorrow. But before we leave, did you understand all this? Okay. So slowly, and tomorrow bring 9 standard NCERT. We'll start our mission from tomorrow. चलो बाय, थैंक यू.